SimDCsReviews, I'm back in with yet another video, and today's video is going to be about Dragon Ball Super episode 77, which just passed a couple of hours ago last night. Usually I do this the night of or early morning, but I'm doing it during the day today just to see how the lighting is and whatnot. And I might continue to do it this way, or I might not. I don't know yet, but it should be uploaded at around the same time anyway. But anyway, let's get right into it. So we start off the episode with something kind of crazy, a bit crazy. So we start the episode with two beings. Well, we see balls rolling, right? See these little balls rolling, and it reminded me of, like, I don't know if you guys, I don't know how old or young you guys are, but when I was younger, there was this game that we used to play called Marbles, where you flick a marble and it's supposed to knock another marble off the board. Like, this is what this reminded me of. It looked like a game of marbles, and we find out that these are not marbles, these are planets. And we then find out that Zeno is actually playing planets with his other version of himself. And they're literally destroying planets as they're doing this. This is how powerful Zeno is. Not only does this show how powerful he is, but it also shows how much of a villain he actually is. Zeno is a villain. He's innocent. He's, like Beerus says later in the episode, he says he's innocent and noble. He is. He's innocent and noble. He's childlike. But he's a villain. Nevertheless, he is still a villain. Because he's killing people as we speak. Just killing people just to do it. No problem, man. Let's just kill him. But anyway, so they're playing with these planets, and future Zeno says the present Zeno, this is boring. You know, we've been playing this 100 out of 101 times. The score is 101 wins, 101 losses. So they're tired, you know, and they don't feel like doing this anymore. So after that scene, it cuts to Goku at like a market, like a farmer's market. And he's picking up a couple of things because Chi-Chi wants him to go out and make money. So he's picking up a couple things, and then he leaves the market, and as he's driving home, there's a guy on the side of the road whose car is like slumped over on the side of the road. So the guy's like, oh, help me, help me, help me. And Goku's like, oh, no problem. So Goku gets out his car. He pulls the car up on the road, only to find out these guys are robbers. He puts a gun in Goku's back, and he's like, oh, you're going to give me your truck, this brand new Capsule Corp truck, and all this other extra stuff. And Goku's just sitting there like, that's not like a good idea. Like, but nevertheless, they continue to come. So 2 or 3 other guys come out, and you know they're about to rob Goku. But little did they know Goku is Goku. So Goku uses the, what's it called? After image technique. He uses the after image technique, and they begin to shoot at his after image, and then he starts just like I don't even want to say it's instant transmission, but he's fast, so he's just too fast for him. So he then starts kicking them, beating them up, and then one of the guys runs out of bullets, and he takes out a pistol and shoots Goku. Goku catches it. Goku flicks it back at the dude's forehead and knocks the dude out. Goku's just dominating these guys. These guys are using guns against Goku. So this other guy is using a machine gun. Goku catches all the bullets, drops them, and then flicks him into a rock, like a big giant rock, knocking him out. It did kind of like he was dead because his eyes went white, but I'm going to assume he wasn't dead. I'm just going to assume that he was knocked out. So after that, the guy who he flicked the bullet at in the first place has another pistol, or he still has the pistol. He shoots at Goku. Goku turns around and it hits his arm. It scratches his arm. So then Goku realizes, oh, I actually got scratched by a bullet. Oh, I really need to train. I've been rusty lately. So at this point, time has definitely passed, because when we was in the hit little arc, Goku said he had been training for a couple of years. Now, obviously, after that, after the hit arc, we went to a bunch of filler, and then last week we had the whole, you know, forest arc with him and Krillin. So I guess you can take that as training, how they were fighting off the, you know, like the mirages. I guess you could take that as training. So obviously time has passed. Not only that, but I'll get to Bulma later on. But anyway, so he wants to train. So he goes to this little button thing that he has. I do not know if this is the same button as the button that he has for Zeno. I have no idea. It looks like it, but I don't think it is. I think this is like one of Bulma's like creations, because you know Bulma can contact Whis whenever she wants. So I'm assuming that she's probably just gave it to Goku, Vegeta, and everyone else if they need to contact Whis. So he presses the button and he's like, "Oh hey Whis," and Whis is like, "Oh hi Goku, what's up?" And Beerus is sitting on the couch and Whis is just chilling, and they're just talking. He's like, "Oh, I need to come up there and train a little bit because you know I'm a bit rusty. I need to train." And then Whis is like, "Well, what are you gonna bring me?" And then Goku's like, "Well, I bring you this bean, like this bean candy type thing." And Whis is like, "Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Can't wait to get it." Blah, blah. So that's that. So after that, Goku goes back home to get on his, his Ganji, and Goten knocks on the door and is like, "Oh, I want to come training with you as well." So obviously, Goten being a little child, Chi-Chi flips out and is like, "Oh no, you gotta study. There's no bad things going on right now, so you're not gonna be training with anybody. You need to study, study, study. You need to train your brain, not your body." So she starts going on this rant, flipping out. Goku and Goten secretly, slowly sneak out, and they sneak out of the house, and they go and get Whis and Beerus's candy. So they go to get Whis and Beerus's candy. They get it. They taste it. It's good. Whatever, right? After that, they decide that they're gonna go ahead and go to see Bulma and Vegeta, because Goku wants Vegeta to come with him and train. So it is what it is. They go to see Bulma and Vegeta, and Bulma is in like a electric wheelchair, so to speak, right? So she's in an electric wheelchair, and she's like, "Oh, you brought me something. That's so nice, Goku." And Goku's like, "I ain't bringing you nothing." So she then stands up and then shows us all that she is indeed pregnant. Now, the way her belly is sitting, I'm assuming she's probably maybe 7, 8 months pregnant, because they also go on to say that the baby's coming soon. So I'm assuming it's maybe next week's episode, Bra or Bulla will be born, unless they do something different. Because later on in the episode, which was right after this part that I'm talking about now, later on in the episode, they're outside, and Bulma and Goku are sitting down and they're just talking and chatting, and then you have Goten and Trunks out in the field, and Goku's like, "Oh, here, you can have whatever I brought." And then Goten yells, "No, Dad, that's for Whis and Beerus. You can't give it to him." He's like, "Oh yeah, that's right. I can't." So Trunks wants to train as well, because Trunks feels like he's gotten a little bit weaker, and Goten is going to go and train with Goku too. But Trunks like, "Please, please, please, just train with me." And they're like, "Okay." Goten also asks Trunks, he says, "Do you know what, congratulations, you're having a little brother or sister. Do you know what it is?" And Trunks says, "I don't know, I don't care, it doesn't matter to me." Now, maybe I'm a crazy thinker, but would it be crazy if Bulla wasn't born and they had a son? Don't you think that would be crazy? Now, I don't think it's going to happen, but it's just a thought. The way they don't know what it is. They don't know if it's a girl or a boy. They haven't decided to, check yet. What if, just what if, next week this baby is born and it is a boy? I'm just saying, I'm not saying 100% it's going to happen. It probably won't happen. More than likely won't happen. But it could happen. So I'm just leaving that out there. Anyway, so we move on from that, and Goku goes to Vegeta, right? Vegeta's walking and pacing. Now, I loved this scene. I loved this scene. So he's pacing, and as he's walking up to the camera, he goes, and he's like, so right there you can tell he is so excited and happy that his child is coming. He's happy about it. And this just goes to push the idea further that Vegeta has changed more than anybody else in this series. Not only that, but there's this question between, the Dragon Ball community. They ask, who's a better father, Vegeta or Goku? Vegeta's 1,000 times a better father than Goku, especially after what Goku says. Goku says to Vegeta, "So you gonna come and train with me?" Vegeta's like, "No, I can't. She'll hate me. She'll hate me forever if I left." And Goku's like, "But you're not the one having the baby. She is. Come on, what's the problem?" Like, what? No. Like, come on now. And he also says, I was dead when Goten was born, so I guess that doesn't matter. Like, come on, Goku. Come on, bro. But anyway, so then Whis comes, and Whis is like, oh, you gonna come too, Vegeta? And Vegeta's like, no, I can't. I'm having, my child's about to be born. He's like, oh, you're pregnant? He's like, no, not me. Bulma's pregnant. He's like, oh, okay, well, what's the problem? If she's pregnant, why don't you come? Whis is the same exact way as Goku. And Vegeta's like, no, I can't do that. I need to stay with her at this time. Like, that's my wife. She's having my baby. I need to stay with her. I need to make sure she's okay. So Goku and Whis leave. They go to train. They get to Beerus' planet. Goku gives them the candy. They eat the candy. The candy's great. They love the candy. Beerus and Whis love it. And then they go outside to start training. So as they're training, Whis is, fighting and whatnot. Well, before that, actually, Beerus noticed the scratch on Goku's arm from the bullet. And Goku's like, yeah, I'm getting rusty. I need to train. So then they go outside and train. So they're fighting. Whis shoots like a beam at him. Goku turns Super Saiyan. He knocks the beam away. And then after that, he says, hey, what about Zenchan's his tournament? And Beerus is like, forget about that tournament. Now this is what I don't like about Goku. And I know this is how Goku's been probably forever. But this is what I cannot stand about Goku and his character. Goku does not listen. Like, he doesn't listen at all. So Beerus says to him, this is a god, right? Could you imagine if a god came down to your bedroom and you were thinking about going to a party and a god said, don't go. I'm telling you right now, don't go. And you went anyway? Could you imagine that? But anyway, so Beerus says, forget about that tournament. Don't worry about it. And he's like, but I want to fight in the tournament. Like, yo, forget about that tournament. So he keeps pushing Beerus on it. And even Whis says, yo, I agree with Beerus. Like, yo, it may not be what you think it is. You may want to think twice about this, Goku. Even Whis says this. And Whis is usually mad chill. He goes with the flow. But no. No, I want to fight in the tournament. I want to fight. He takes out the button. He's like, this button, if I click this side, I'll go to Zenchan. If I click this side, Zenchan will come to me. Which side should I pick? And Beerus is like, yo, Beerus got serious. Beerus got down and said, yo, maybe I've been way too lenient on you. And he goes like this. He's about to Hakai Goku because Goku doesn't listen. And this is a god telling you something and you're not listening. So he's like, maybe I've been way too lenient for you because if I destroy you right now, we won't even have to worry about nothing. He's like, if I had destroyed you a long time ago, like none of this stuff that has been happening these past couple of years would have happened. Maybe I've been way too lenient on you. Like, Vegeta listens. Vegeta doesn't go off and do his own thing. Goku does. And Goku is going to be the catalyst that kills billions of people. But anyway, so Goku's like, he acts like he throws up the button, but he doesn't. He presses the button and goes to Zeno. I mean, that's how it is, right? So he goes to Zeno, and he's like, hey, what about that tournament? And the present Zeno was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that tournament. And future Zeno is like, what's a tournament? So present Zeno informs him, oh, it's really fun. It's really fun. And then future Zeno is like, oh, it's fun, yay! He knocks over the table of planets and destroys all the planets. Now, there's something also that I've been noticing, and it's that future Zeno is trying to emulate present Zeno on every occasion. Now, I don't know why that is, but that is. For some reason, future Zeno tries to emulate present Zeno. Like, for example, future Zeno will raise up his left hand, present Zeno will raise up his right hand, so future Zeno will put down his left hand and raise up his right hand. Now, part of me thinks that future Zeno wants to take present Zeno's place. Like, future Zeno is planning on killing present Zeno because present Zeno is still Zeno, right? I know it seems weird, but part of me thinks that he's trying to emulate present Zeno so that they can think that present Zeno is like when present Zeno dies from future Zeno is present Zeno. It's hard to explain, but there's something with that. But anyway, So they're gonna do the tournament. Goku leaves. Goku goes back home, and Beerus punches Goku. He's like, "I'm punishing you for not listening to me." So Goku's like, "Oh, it's just a tournament. It's just a tournament. That's it." And Beerus is like, "Are you sure that's all it is?" And he's like, "Yeah, yeah, it's just a tournament." And he's like, all right, fine." So then he asked Beerus and Whis to take them to King Kai's planet, or Supreme Kai's planet, and they go. So as they go, the Daishinkan comes and like basically says on the 3,570 whatever day of the blah 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 year, this tournament of all universes will happen. The top 10 fighters of every universe will be fighting in the tournament, so on and so forth. So all of that happens, and Goku's surprised, he's happy, he's ready to go, excited. But little does he know what's going to happen next week. Next week, they're going to find out that the tournament will be destroying all the other universes if you lose. So that's pretty much it, and that's the episode. Um, Let me know what your theories are for next week. Like I said, my theory is kind of Goku doesn't listen. Beerus is going to be extremely pissed off. Like, he's going to be pissed next week. So, I mean, I'm excited for it. I can't wait for it. Hopefully, Bulla or Bra, whatever you want to call her, is born next week. That just gives Vegeta a little bit more to fight for. Vegeta's my favorite character. So, I mean, it is what it is. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. So, I know some of you guys are looking for the Justice League action video, but I decided I wasn't going to do it unless you guys actually want me to do it. If you don't want me to do it, I'm not going to do it. If you guys don't let me know if you want me to do it, I'm not going to do it. And I guess that's kind of how I'm going to be going about doing videos from this point forward. Let me know what you guys want me to do, and then I'll do it. That just makes it easier, because there's really no point in me doing something and I'm only gonna get 10, 20 views. Like, that's really no point to me, in my opinion. So it is what it is. But anyway, like, favorite, share, comment, subscribe. I don't care if you share it with your mom, your dad, your dog, your cat. It doesn't matter to me. Just share my content. Hit that little bell next to the subscribe button so you get my content first. And I guess that's pretty much it, guys. So I'm I'm about to say SimD26. That's my other channel. I'm SimDCsReviews, and I'll holla at y'all later. One.